victims, and I can see what looks like military crosses already. And it's vicious thorns, eh? I'd have worn my thongs and stepped on one of them. This guy, 1930. Okay, that's closer. Yeah, young Wilmot from Kyneton. I thought I had some Aussie coins. I was going to put an Aussie coin on his grave if I found him, but don't know where they are. So all the military crosses. Looks like there's even a memorial. These are people that died in 1920, so only, 20 years after the siege. These headstones are a bit busted up. I guess there was a big run on burials in those 6 months, or maybe they stuck them all in the corner. We're getting close. Lieutenant Scouts, well, he died, I think, just before the war ended. A native, a permanent sergeant of orderlies, died St. Patrick's Day 1903. They're just after the siege, these. But here we are. Here's the men of the King and Empire, Private Ford, Private Covert, the Middlesex Regiment. I can't see Holland, it's faded. The memory of Sergeant James Given, the 2nd Battalion, died September 1902. Erected by the NCOs. That's after the siege. This fella, Sergeant Joseph Delaney, Royal Inniskilling Fusiliers, died at Mafeking, October 1902. Once again, post. Gee, this is good. Lily, let's get one of me with this one. I can't make it out, but it's a perfect sort of headstone, as I say. Oh. Oh. Yeah, we got Jackson, Middlesex, maybe, the North Lancs, 04. As I said, these are all post-siege. 1902. I thought it ended in May of 1902. Sorry, I thought the siege ended in May of 1900. Right, let's go over here. Ooh. So there, but we know the war went on till June of 1902. So those guys back there, they were killed in battle. Let's come and have a look at that big one. Oh man. And remember, we're looking for young Wilmot of Kyneton. I should be a bit careful. There's probably snakes in here. Mamba. You heard that lady yesterday ask if we had the black mamba, the most feared of all the South African snakes. It chases you apparently. Oh look, there's a whole heap over there too. Oh man. Anyway, Charles met him. The rifles. Well, he died October 1901. So certainly, he probably died in combat. And this is a quite a big one. Memory of Thomas St. Wilfrid Lloyd Gates, a sergeant volunteer in Cruise Scouts, attached to the E Squadron Rhodesia Regiment. Registrar of Deeds for Bulawayo. That's where Dad used to live, Bulawayo. So he was born in the colony. He's killed in action at the relief of Mafeking. So 16th of May 1900, that fits right into the siege. He may have been part of the relieving force that came up and didn't quite make it. Oh, look at this. We've seen this before. Paget's horse. Killed in action at Jacobsdale. Hey, that's cool as. Remember Paget's horse? Yeah, we're right in the guts now of this siege. Here lie the mortal remains of Captain Frederick Harding Crewe of Crewe Scouts, the Rhodesian forces, mortally wounded outside Mafeking, March. He was wounded the end of March. He lasted 2 days and died. That's right in the middle of the siege. Here we go, Reginald Ramsay Arbuthnot, the captain of the Royal Irish. Wow. And then, as you can see, well, we'll get across to them. Lots of those military crosses. I don't see any Boer graves yet. Captain Petchell of the King's Rifles died of wounds. Killed in action at, can't read that, Cannon. Oh, Cannon Cleworth maybe. Oh, bloody hell. Oh. They're starting to fade, aren't they? Yeah, this one died in the siege. Emily Clow. We don't know how, maybe disease, maybe a shell came through the house. Once again, we're moving away from those dates. So we'll move on to the military crosses again. There's a young girl that died during the siege, Gertrude Eliza. Let's have a quick look at these men. Private Calvert, Trooper McCorkindale, Private Kirby, Trooper Malloy, Trooper Hassel, Private Richards, Trooper Evans, Lance Corporal Ironside. These dates fall right smack bang into the siege, don't they? Trooper Doubley. This is Arthur Hazelrig, the Cape Mounted Police, the eldest son of General Hazelrig, Royal Artillery, who died at Mafeking, May the 13th, 1900, from the wounds received the previous day. He was 27. Oh, these crosses go. You can see how far back they go. Oh, we're going to try and find Wilcott from Kyneton. So we got Robinson, Northkins, Schmidt, Trooper Sanders, Trooper Banyan, the Rhodesian Regiment. And this is a nice one. Trooper Cashman died June 1900. Trooper Elaine died for King and Empire. Oh. You have to say kind of died for nothing, wouldn't you? In the end, no white person ended up with this country. It returned to the majority. Private Kelly. I think it was probably in the best interests of these Boer republics to go with the British, you know. British had more experience and more money. Anyway, Albert James Talbot. He was 27 when he died during the siege. Margaret Victor from Ireland. Edward Sydney Early, James Eaton. So he's from the 5th Battalion of the Worcestershire Imperial Yeomanry. We saw some nice costumes of the yeomanry in Cedar Lodge, didn't we? Hey? Okay, Private Goodall, Trooper Maud, Trooper Black. Oh, look at that one, Australian Bushman. Look at that. Hey? And this guy here is the Queensland contingent. Brilliant. These are the Aussies. Thank you for your service. Men at ease. And it's nice they planted buried the Aussies alongside each other. Private Brittain, Private Jarvis, Private Kyneton. Oh, here's the Victorian Bushman. Victorian Bushman. Sergeant Brown, Private Evans, Private Gunn, Private West. Shit. Oh, we've got more to go. These ones seem to have been buried between the soldiers. Frankie Brown, who died from the effects of a shell wound. January 1900, he was only 9. Oh, Frankie. You're just in the wrong place at the wrong time, weren't you, mate? I'll put this up for you. There you go. Wrong place, wrong time. We've all been there. These guys, he's a Chinaman. Out for the gold rush. Corporal Walsh. Parland. Jones. From the Protectorates Regiment.